guys, so welcome back to my channel. I thought today I would film a talk through get ready with me on this summery look with bright eyes and glowy skin. If you want to see how I achieved this look, please keep on watching. The first thing I'm going to do is taking my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Porcelaine and applying this all over my eyelid area. And it seems like I took way too much. So I'm just gonna share with the other eye. Next I'm gonna move on to priming my eyelids, and I'm gonna use my Smashbox 24-hour photo finish shadow primer, which looks like this. I'm gonna apply this on my mobile lid and in the crease, but not any further. Next I'm gonna take my Smashbox full exposure palette. The first shade I'm gonna use is this sort of transition shade over here. I'm going to take my 227 Zoeva brush and apply that into my crease. And with this look, the crease doesn't have to be very defined, so I'm just gonna warm up the color. I'm just gonna take a clean, fluffy brush and blending out all the edges. Next I'm going to take these two shadows right here, which are a bit darker and a bit cooler in the shade. And I'm gonna take my Zoeva 231 brush and applying those into my crease. I'm placing this shade into my crease and defining it a little bit more. I'm taking my 227 brush and I'm taking the first transition shade and I'm going to blend that out a little bit. Next up, I'm gonna take my Maybelline Color Tattoos in the shade 35 and 75, and I'm gonna take a mixture of this and apply that to my mobile eyelid. First I'm gonna take the darker shade, the 35 I think. I'm just gonna take my finger and start applying that into my eyelid. And don't bring these shades higher than your crease. And now that I have the bronzy shade on, I'm gonna take a little bit of this golden one. Next up, I'm gonna go back into my full exposure palette and I'm gonna take these two shades. This one is a bit more like a rose gold shade and this one looks a bit more bronzy. And I'm gonna mix those shades together and I'm gonna do that with my Zoeva 234 brush. First, I'm just gonna apply them dry on top of the base. I just went ahead and wet my brush and now I'm going to apply those two shades with a wet brush. Next I will be using my transition shade and I will be using my Zoeva 227 brush and I'm going to blend the shadows together. And I'm gonna try to keep it as close to the lid because I don't want to drag the glitter on my brow bone. And the shadows that I'm going to use for my eyeliner are actually from my BH Cosmetics 120 colors palette. So the shadows that I will be using are going to be this one and this one. And now that I have some eyeshadow over here, I'm going to take my Inglot Duraline and mix them together. I will be lining my eyes with my Zoeva 315 brush. Next I'm gonna take my eyelash curlers and curl my eyelashes as normal. Next, I'm going to take my Eyeko Visualized Liquid Eyeliner in Ebony, and I'm going to line my eyes very close to the lash line with this. Next, I'm gonna apply some mascara, and I'm gonna take my Jordana Best Lash Extreme Mascara. So of course my camera had to die when I was doing my false lashes, so I went ahead and did them off camera. As you can see, I have them now on and they are basically like half lashes. So now we can move on to the skin. I have already moisturized my skin, so now I'm going to prime it with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that on my forehead first. In the beginning of the video, I showed you my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Porcelaine, and I also have the shade Natural. Before I apply my foundation, I'm going to color correct underneath my eyes with the Natural shade. I'm using my beauty blender to blend that out. With the same shade, I'm going to color correct any dark spots on my skin. With this look, I want my skin to be extremely glowy, so I will be using my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 2, and I'll be mixing in some L'Oreal Lumi Magic Primer. I will be applying the foundation with my Sigma F80 Kabuki brush. And this foundation is pretty weird because it's not thick or anything, but it sort of like blurs out all your imperfections, which is kind of cool. Next, I will conceal any imperfections with my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Porcelaine. To set my under eyes and prevent them from creasing, I'm taking my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil with my beauty blender and applying that underneath my eyes. I'm making sure that there are no creases before I apply this. And then I will just press that on. And I find that this is the only way that keeps my concealer from creasing. To set the rest of my face, I'm using my Maybelline DreamMat powder in the shade 02 Rose Ivory with a Kabuki brush. I'm gonna focus the most product on my forehead because that's where I get most oiliness. And I'm also applying that on my jawline and my neck because that's where I apply the foundation too. To highlight and contour, I will be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and this is the original one. To bronze my skin and give my face some dimension, I will be using all these three shades over here, and I will be using my Bare Minerals Flawless Face brush. And I'm just gonna tap my brush into the product, and I'm gonna start from my forehead. I'm not into hardcore contouring, so I will be contouring my cheekbones and my nose using the shade Fawn, which is the middle shade over here. I will be applying the Fawn with my blush brush by Kylab by Mario Sarkima. I will be contouring my nose with the same brush, but I will take just a little bit of the product and then I will pinch it like this, and I will just slightly define my nose. Next, I will be highlighting my face just a little bit, and I'm using two shades from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit which are the vanilla shade and banana shade. And then I will be applying down the center of my nose. Next I will be applying some blush, and I'll be using my blush brush by Real Techniques, and I'll be applying my Milani Luminoso. Before I highlight, I want to do my brows first, so I will be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow pomade in the shade Taupe with my Inglot 31T angled brush. And I will also be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills BrowWiz in the shade Medium Brown. I think that's it with the Dipbrow, and now I'm gonna move on to my BrowWiz. I will be finishing off my lower lash line, and I will be using my full exposure palette, and I'll be using that first transition shade over there, and I'm just applying that underneath my lash line. I will be taking my Zoeva 231 brush and those two darker shades and applying that underneath my lash line. So again, I'm taking my Jordana Best Lash Extreme Mascara and applying that to my lower lashes. Next, I'm gonna highlight my face using my The Balm Mary Luminizer, and it is a very pretty highlighter. I will be applying that with my fan brush by Kyla by Mariela Sarkima and apply that on top of my cheekbones. And I'm also gonna apply that with my finger to the tip of my nose. I'll be lining my lips with my Rimmel Lasting Finish lip pencil in 049 Natural. On top of the lip liner, I'll be using my MAC Creme de Nude, which is very pretty sheer nude. I'll be putting on top my L'Oreal Nude Vibrato 600 lip gloss, I guess. It's really pretty on its own too. Here's the finished look. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and learned something new about me or about makeup. And thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!